Well, hi. So out of curiosity, I went to a private health insurance company, and I wanted to see what it was like to apply for private health insurance here. And I wanted to see what the requirements were, and just get a sense so I could know of which I speak. I thought it would come in handy. So I called a number, and they said that they would call me back, and they did. That was cool. So they did. And I get the gentleman on the phone, and I preemptively tell him I do have several pre-existing conditions, several upon several. And he tells me, well, basically our company for health insurance would not be able to cover you if you have a pre-existing condition. Big shock. But it goes one further. If you want coverage for, say, like I wanted health coverage for my heart problem, then that means that I would have to stop taking my medicine for my heart problem. I would have to stop seeing a doctor for the 2 years for my heart problem, and I would have to not have any healthcare connection with my heart problem in order for them to give me coverage on the health insurance that I would be paying for. And this goes for any pre-existing condition. It goes for my heart condition. It goes for asthma. It goes for pain problems. It goes for anything I suggested to him and more. So in essence, if I personally want to get health insurance, I am basically going to have to pretend, and not just that, but actually not talk to my GPs about my problems. I can't get medication for it. I would have to quit cold turkey. And yeah, and they want to give you this for 60 to 70 pounds a month. And what they told me, they said you'd be waiting for, what is it? They said that your waiting time in lines wouldn't take as long. And, it's all about the waiting time. And it's amazing how long people are having to wait. And towards the end of the call, I got a little, smartassy. And I said to him, your company is all about reducing the wait times, correct? And yet, you are going to have me wait 2 years, not do anything with my condition, act like it doesn't exist for 2 years, in order to satisfy some strange rule that your company has in order to allow me to have coverage as long as I don't acknowledge or treat myself for 2 years. Oh no, of course I don't have asthma. No. For 2 years. I mean, does this sound okay to you? I was a little taken aback, to be honest. And his reasoning for this was, he says, well, we pass on the savings to you. So if, we don't take on people that have these pre-existing conditions and therefore all these exorbitant health costs, what we're actually doing is we're passing the savings on to the customer. Really? I'm at my wit's end, really, trying to, understand this. And then he found out I was from America, and he wanted to know a little bit more about it. And I was trying to tell him a little bit, and I said, this is not that unusual. And he asked me, he's like, well, why are you here? And I said, well, because I wanted to see what the health insurance costs would be in England as opposed to in America for somebody with my pre-existing conditions, because I have several. And as soon as he heard the pre-existing condition portion of it, he stopped sounding so chipper and perky. And I'm used to that reaction. I mean, if you're a salesperson, I would imagine the words pre-existing condition wouldn't exactly be, they wouldn't be screaming profits. Yeah. So, that's that. But it doesn't change the fact that I welcome everybody from the rainbow onto my channel. I welcome everybody except no trolls. This is the only troll that's allowed to be on my channel. This one. She's adorable. Okay? She gets it. And I love her, and I usually set her real nearby, and I let her watch. And she seems to like it. But, yeah, so I wanted to tell you what had happened. Because I just wanted to get an idea of what it would all cost. And even he said it doesn't cover all costs. And from what I'm understanding, anybody in a private healthcare, if there's any sort of mishap, it ends up going to the NHS anyway. So, how is this a beneficial thing again? Because I'm just not seeing it. I'm not. I don't know. It's a little much, because he was saying there's no dental care, there's no visual care, it's just care coverage for certain things, and I don't know. It doesn't. He was saying, oh, it'd be about 40 to 70 pounds a month, and I'm like, that's probably the base price before you adding in all the extra secret costs. So that's been my experience today. Feel free to comment below, because I don't understand how I'm supposed to do this. Because he said, oh, well, have you been, seeing your doctor about fibromyalgia? Have you been, have you been receiving any kind of care for the fibromyalgia and everything like that? And I'm like, well, of course I have. And he says, oh, well, we're going to have to write that one off too. Because, again, pre-existing condition. So for 2 years, I have to pretend like I don't have any of this. And towards the end of the call, I'm not kidding, he said, you really would not benefit from private health insurance. There's just... Hi, welcome back. This is my little troll, and she's the only troll allowed on my channel, seriously. Don't be rude, please don't, please. And let's try to understand one another, okay? It works better that way. So today I was looking at private health insurance out of curiosity, because there were quite a few proponents of that thing on some of my videos, and they kept bringing it up as a positive, as a positive outcome. And I thought, okay, let me go look at that and see what the costs are, and what's included with it and everything, because I was curious. Once I had arrived in England, I had never actually taken the time to really look at English health insurance, because, well, I wouldn't need it really, would I? So I went to go look, and I found a couple on my Google search, and I thought, all right, so let me go find out a little bit more about them. Well, the first one said that I was a little complex and I needed to wait for a phone number and for them to call me. So I said, okay, that's fine. So I waited until they called me, and I get this really nice young man on the phone, and he starts asking me questions. What's wrong with you? What do you suffer from, etc. What this is called is, it's a moratorium underwriting. Okay, now that's what you would choose if you wanted to take the 24-month period, and you couldn't contact your GP about your problem, you couldn't receive medication for it, and you wouldn't be able to go to any sort of like therapy for it as well. And at the end of that year, they would say, well, now we'll be able to look at some oh gosh, excuse me, you'll be able to look at some health care for yourself. But there's another one that says that you can, if you wish, you can write a letter that would nullify everything that's wrong with you from the beginning. And apparently this couple had decided to do that. And then the one of the ladies from the investment company in this property had decided to yell out, oh, good job or good on you. And I just thought, wow, people just don't know what they're doing. But anyway, Uh, what do you guys think about this? Because what the man on the phone told me was that I would be expected to pay anywhere from $50 to $70 a month, and as long as I had these pre-existing conditions during that time, which is about 24 months, I would not be able to go seek out any health coverage for these conditions. And hey, I hate to say it, but I need to go. I need to go have them managed, and I need the help that I'm getting. So let's say I build a little rose garden or something to defy that. Uh, there's always something or someone that wants to destroy the things that you build, the things that you make. Just remember that, and don't let them get you down. Okay.